This is raw wool from my sheep, and I'm not going to use it for the reasons you might think. A lot of people are surprised when I tell them that I use wool or raw fleece straight from the sheep to go onto my garden spaces. It makes an amazing mulch. We'll talk about all the benefits in a second, but this is something you really want to apply in the fall. While I absolutely do use it in the spring, fall is a priority, and here's why. Over the spring and the summer, our plants are growing, they're lush, they're full, leaves are touching, and the soil is being shaded. This is going to keep it cool and also prevent solarization of nutrients, and it's going to keep evaporation at bay so moisture stays in the soil. But as the leaves drop and plants die back, we get exposed soil. So that's going to expose the soil to runoff, erosion, evaporation of nutrients, solarization, that sort of thing. So now, more than ever, is when we really want to keep the soil protected. I like to put on a really nice thick layer of wool right over the soil in the fall after I've planted my bulbs. So I did tulips and daffodils. Pretty soon in other spaces, I'll be adding garlic and shallot. This is the best time to go ahead and protect those new plantings and make sure you're protecting your soil over the winter months. I have a video on using wool pellets in the garden, and you can look into that as well. It's another way to use fleece. However, raw wool is going to help with a lot of things. One of the things that it helps with is water retention. It can act like a sponge, absorb a lot of water, and hang onto it. So it gets very heavy. It stays put really well once it's put into the garden. I think I read a study that said in the Mediterranean, when they use raw fleece around their plantings, they have to water something like 30% less. That is a huge water savings. And so if you're in a dry or arid climate, you might want to consider using raw mulch or raw fleece as a mulch, because it's just going to keep that much more water in your beds and reduce your irrigation needs. Wool isn't just going to protect the soil from nutrient loss. It actually adds nutrients as it breaks down. It's going to add a lot of nitrogen. This is an organic element, so it's going to add organic matter as it decays, which is going to increase your overall soil content and tilth. Furthermore, just like any other mulch, it's going to help to, like I said, retain moisture, keep the soil protected and cool. It's also going to help with weed pressure. So if you have a lot of weeds that are airborne and come into your garden by way of seeds blowing and depositing, having a layer there, just like any other mulch, is going to prevent those seeds from getting established, and that is going to help to reduce your total weed count. Now, we know that wool tends to feel a little greasy or oily, and that's because of the lanolin, which is a naturally existing oil that's in the fleece or the wool. Because of that lanolin or that oily texture, a lot of things reportedly don't like to touch plants that are surrounded by this wool mulch. So slugs, snails, other pests and critters that might affect your plantings, they're going to want to stay away. They're going to be repelled because of that oily texture. Piggybacking off of that, because this is an oily substance from an animal and it smells like an animal, a lot of folks report that deer want nothing to do with plantings that are surrounded by wool mulch. I myself have experienced this, which is one reason why I put a lot of wool mulch around the plantings on the farthest points of the property. We don't have a deer fence, and so if they start munching on things that are even supposed to be deer resistant, I can put wool mulch around there, and they want nothing to do with it. Now, some folks experience the opposite. They actually say that they don't see a difference, but for me personally, deer and critters want nothing to do with plants that have been mulched with fleece. One other reason that wool mulch is amazing in the garden is that it's a renewable resource. We're not chopping down more trees in order to get wood chips. This is something that's going to come back every single season. In fact, I have to shear my sheep twice in a season, so I always have fleece on hand. A lot of sheep owners actually don't use their wool. Some don't turn it into the mill because it is a cost and it does take time to process. You can help support local sheep owners by asking if you can buy their waste wool from them, or just any fleece that they have that they won't be using. It's a renewable resource that adds so much nutrients and organic matter to the soil, protects it, and just keeps coming back. After shearing, I store the wool in burlap sacks or even boxes. It needs to be something porous and breathable. I've made the mistake of collecting it and putting it in a black garbage bag and then forgetting about it, only to have the fleece completely rot. So you want to do something breathable if you're going to store it for several months from shearing to when you would use it in your garden space, just so that you don't have any mildew, mold, rotting, that sort of thing. So this is a brand new planting space. I just added the soil. I just planted hundreds of daffodils in this area. And I've been keeping it covered with netting because if you have barn cats or you have guinea fowl or maybe chickens, you know that anytime you have nice, fluffy, fresh soil, they want to use it as a litter box and as a bathing space, respectively. So I've been keeping this covered with netting until now. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put my wool in place. I just take, again, the raw fleece and spread it out. This is going to be fleece that I could have sorted and sent to the mill and kept the seconds, but you know what? I still have yarn from a long time ago that I haven't even used yet, so I'm not really in need of any fresh yarn. So I'm just going to use all of it today to tuck in this growing space for winter. One concern a lot of people have is they think, oh, isn't it just gonna fly away in the wind? Isn't this just gonna move? It's actually pretty heavy. If you've ever touched raw fleece, it has a lot of weight to it. And because it's in these big sort of sections or sheets from the shearer, it's got even more weight because it's a large section that's not really easily gonna fly away. So it stays put nicely. So it's like literally a wool blanket for your garden. I'll admit that the first time I did this, I was not crazy about the aesthetic of it. I much prefer to use wool from my darker sheep so it blends into the soil a little bit more. But as the season progresses, it does get dirtier. It does start to become more translucent as it decays. And so right now it's really obvious that you're using wool in the garden, but honestly, it's so beneficial for the soil that I can set the aesthetic aside. As the wool accumulates water and as it sits, it is going to kind of flatten out and spread out a little bit. So don't worry if you have teeny tiny little gaps that will be covered. You can always come in and spread it out more if needed as well. One question I get is, do the cats mess with it? Honestly, I kind of wondered if the cats were going to get territorial when I started putting this down and if I would find that they were peeing in it. It's the opposite. They want nothing to do with it. So it's great and excellent for keeping cats out of my growing spaces. One reason that people really like using seconds or waste wool that they can't send the fiber to the mill for processing is because it contains manure, and that manure is just going to add more nutrients and organic matter to the soil. Okay, that's it for today's post. I highly encourage you to check out trying wool in your garden as a mulch. If you want the same benefits without the lanolin piece, you can try using wool pellets. Again, I have a video on that. It's worth checking out if you're curious. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.